Sri Lanka Standard 614/2013. The specification for potable water. First revision. The specification for potable water. The standard was approved by the Sectoral Committee on Agriculture, Food and Products. Agriculture and Food and Products. Okay. And was authorized for adoption and publication as Sri Lanka Standard by the Council of Sri Lanka Standard Institution on this year. Okay. This standard is intended mainly guide food processing industry in judging the suitability of a particular supply source of water for that industry and in planning the type of treatment required for available supplies or source of water. This organization is determine whether treatment is required or not for industry in planning. Okay, types of treatment required for the available supplies source of water. The standard was first published in 1983 as two parts, namely Part 1 physical and chemical requirements and Part 2 bacteriological requirements. While reviewing the standard, it was considered desirable to amalgamate both parts into one comprehensive standard for ease of reference to users. This revision has been undertaken to account the up-to-date information available about the nature and effect of various contaminants. The nature and effect of the various contaminants. This information is available. And also new techniques for identifying and determining their concentration. So this is the main function. What? Identifying and determining their concentration in the particular water or potable water or industrial water, right? This one. In this revision, additional requirements for sodium, nickel for biological requirement have been incorporated, while the requirements for other parameters have been modified considering the results of water quality surveillance done in Sri Lanka and also WHO guidelines. So this organization, agriculture organization and WHO incorporate some guidelines about the potable water. Okay, we are applicable. Details on methods of sampling testing have been removed from standard and are now covered in separate standard, reference to which have been made appropriate places. Appropriate places means this the water areas, means the well and industrial water, industry wastewater. They determine how much amount of this concentration allowable. So, for an example, concentration means the ammonia and potassium. This can allowed in industrial wastewater or drinking water. Already they gave the guidelines about this how much concentration presence in water. Okay. While revising this standard, the committee had taken note of limited testing facilities available in country. Therefore, requirements specified in 4.2, 4.4 should be examined either when doubt arises or portability of water from new sources to be established. Okay, the routine surveillance, what's the meaning? The surveillance of drinking water supply should be carried out by the relevant authorities to monitor the risk of This is the main function. This monitor the risk of specific pathogens. Monitor the risk of, so you have to understand, the monitor the risk of the specific pathogens to define proper control procedure. To define proper control procedure, the WHO guidelines for drinking water qualities latest edition may be referred for specific recommendation on using water safety approach incorporating risk identification. It's the main functions. Risk identification incorporating risk identifications. Okay, the precautions or care should be taken into prevent the contamination of drinking water from chlorine resistant parasites such as cryptosporidium species, and these are the types of species present in the water, drinking water or other industrial wastewater. Okay, this one types of species. The standard is subject to restrictions imposed under Sri Lanka Food Act number 26 of 1980 and the regulation frame they are under wherever applicable. For the purpose of deciding whether a particular requirement of standard is complied with, the final value observed or calculated expressing the result of test analysis shall be rounded off in accordance SLS 102. The number of significant places, we will see later what is the significant places. Significant places retain the rounded off value should be same as that the specified value or in this standard. Okay. In revising standard, the derived from the World Health Organization guidelines for drinking water quality and guidelines for United States gratefully acknowledge. We see, use this one also on World Health Organization guidelines and this guidelines United States Environmental Protection Agency. Okay, and we will see the what's the scope of this Water Quality Act. SLS, the scope. Scope means the target, the aim. The scope, this standard prescribes the requirements, test methods, and sampling procedure for ascertaining the suitability of water for drinking, culinary, food industry purpose, irrespective of the water sources. So, what they are telling, this standard prescribes requirements, test method. They prescribe this test method, sampling procedure for ascertain. Ascertain means this examines. Normally, you know what's the meaning ascertain. Ascertain, you can understand ascertain in we will see the understand Google Translate. Ascertain මොකද කියන ascertain 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 means තහවුරු කරගන්න. Normally examine there's a meaning so you can understand easily the තහවුරු කරගන්න means ascertain. Okay, understand right? So I telling this meaning ascertaining ascertaining suitability of water for drinking, culinary. What's the meaning culinary? We will see what's the meaning culinary. Culinary Subhasastra means culinary yeah? Subhasastra. Culinary means normally telling we are cooking. Subha Subha Sastra means that normally telling the uh, or Agara Sima. Okay, this will meaning Agara Sima. Culinary means Agara Sima. Ascertain is the Tagaburu Karaganna. Okay, single again. Like a confirm, determine. Nistvaya Karana. Nistaya Karana. Ascertain means Nistaya Karana. This is the meaning Nistaya Karana. Okay, like you can understand. Okay, the culinary means the cooking. Agasa Sima, yeah. And food industry purpose irrespective of the water sources, treatment or distribution system, whether it is from public or private supply. So this one is important thing, the public or private supply. Whether water treatment is required or not, we can decide this one, the public or private supply, right? The definitions, for the purpose of this standard, the following definitions shall apply. These are the some of the different types of bacteria. Cyanobacteria, cyanotoxin. The bacteria contain chlorophenyl and cycloblins, commonly known as blue-green. A toxin secreted by certain cyanobacteria. So you have to understand another types of water, potable water and raw water. What's the difference between the potable water? Water from any source with or without treatment. With or without treatment. Normally we are collecting from the water well without any treatment. We directly use with that type of water, then well water and tube well water. These types of water we can tell this is the potable water, with or without treatment, complying with the requirements. Then next, the raw water. Raw water mean what's the meaning? These are telling water which has received to treatments whatsoever. Water entering the plant for treatment or further treatment. So these are the raw water. So normally, what's the meaning? The raw water. Raw water. Amujeleja. These are the Amujeleja. Heklujalaya, Amuljalaya. These are the meanings. Raw water means the contaminant water. So normally we can tell contaminant water. Contaminant, contaminant water, contaminant, contaminant. What's the meaning? Contaminant. Dusaga means the contaminant. What's my meaning? Or abavit, abavitra karaya. Abavitra karaya is a called contaminant. Or another meaning, dusaga, right? Okay, this one you can understand the contaminant water. So normally we are telling the raw water means the again the raw water. And I may ask the questions, but meaning you can define which water has received, which has received no treatment whatsoever, or water entering plant treatment. Okay, requirements. These are the requirements: physical, organoleptic, and chemical requirements. Potable water shall conform to the requirements given table 1, 2, and 3 when tested in accordance with the methods given in columns. These are the some of the allowable properties, not proper allowable concentrations. These are the method of test and requirement. Okay, physical. What's the meaning? Physical and organoleptic. Organoleptic. You will see what's the meaning. You can see organoleptic. 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 What's the meaning? Again, organoleptic. LEPTC. Organoleptic. What's the meaning? Organo. ORGANO. Leptic. No meanings available. I think organic related things related to the organoleptic. Yeah, organic. Okay, right. Organic related this one. The requirements, the character is normally I explained. The character is the color, accent, and odor, taste, stability. These are the properties of water. But what are the properties of the good water? Good water means the drinking water. There are no color, no odor, no taste, no stability. Right? And pH at normal temperature. How much? So 7. 6.2, it's between 6.5 to 7. Right, they are mentioning, right? This the 6.5 to 8, right? Okay. The test called when heated test at several dilutions. Test to be conducted only after safety has been established. These are some types of test. The substance or characteristic requirement milligram per liter. These are the allowable concentration. There's some molecules. Molecule means these are types of mineral. I already told that what's the meaning mineral. Mineral means that's a inorganic compound. You can study in inorganic chemistry. Okay, no problem. There's aluminium. Normally you heard about the aluminium. Aluminium also soluble in the water. Aluminium, ammonia. How to produce the ammonia? When the ammonia fertilizer is used in the paddy field or wherever, ammonia gas can produce. So I already told the free ammonia. These are some calcium normally present in the water. They are determining the hardness of the water. Chloride, everything you know how to present in the water. These are the chemical oxygen demand, COD, you know, copper and fluoride and freeze residual. These are some allowable concentration in the water. It is increased that level, so no suitable for drinking purpose or cooking or any purpose, right? But we can use in for agriculture purpose. But we can't use for drinking or cooking purpose. The manganese. Normally you heard about iron. Iron also need to our human body to grow the muscles. So ions and some of the vitamins are, but it's a small amount is required for this one. Okay. Then nitrate, the nitrite, nickel, oil and greases. Okay, this one. Then another table limits for toxic substance. What's the meaning? Toxic substance is the meaning. Toxic substance. Toxic means that's poisonous. Toxic Visha, yeah, poisonous that one. Visha, මොකද කියන සනිද විස සනිද විස සගිතය. So toxic substance. මොකද කියනවා the substance ද්‍රවය මොකද කියන English yeah substance. So you can understand ද්‍රව්‍ය substance. Padarthya. This is the correct meaning. Padarthya means substance. In Sinhala කියන Padarthya. Okay. The acetylene astrargate. Okay. star K. This one, okay, substance mean padarthiya, okay, toxic mean visa padarthiya. These are the, so you can understand simply. These are the toxic substance characteristic. Limit milligram per liter. These are the allowable concentration in the water. Okay, this is the limit. I already explained that. What's the meaning ppm? 1 ppm, how much milligram per liter? You can see in the previous this one. Okay. Uh, Limit milligram maximum per liter. Then pesticide residues. The pesticide residue means the pesticide residues shall not exceed the guidelines. Normally you know pesticide where it is used in paddy field and agriculture area. So what's the problems in facing the use when the pesticide is used? So it can directly enter into groundwater. Its affect the groundwater and water level. So normally you know it's a solo. So what's the meaning of pesticide? How to they apply, right? And it affects also drinking water quality. The analysis of pesticide residues shall be conducted. Okay, this one conducted by an accredited laboratory using internationally established test method. The latest edition should be used. Some of the this one you can see bacteriological requirements. Bacteriological requirements for potable water are based on the examination of several samples taken from supply source under the different conditions. We already see the how to determine the BOD. What's the meaning the BOD? BOD means biological oxide demands, and we already see some dilution factors, how to add the water, how to incubate the sample, how many days, what's the meaning of BOD5 and BOD10. BOD5 means in five the value of BOD in 5 days. So you can understand 10 this one. But what's the meaning of incubation? You already studied this one. That's a simple one. Okay, you can study. Okay. Then next, the treatment works and piped distribution system. So E. coli is one of the most dangerous bacteria in the water. So due to it is spread through the toilet water. The E. coli bacteria is a mainly present in the toilet water. You normally you know you heard about that. So the toilet pit. So when we construct the toilet pit, we have to seal the bottom part should be sealed. You already heard about that one. Because why? Like that sewage or the toilet water cannot enter into groundwater. So you normally you heard of the E. coli bacteria. In water supply drainage board, they also check the E. coli presence. They have the laboratory to check the E. coli. Okay, the coliform bacteria shall not be detectable in any 100 milliliter samples. Total coliform bacteria shall not exceed in 300 milliliter samples. Okay, the total coliform bacteria shall not be detectable in 100 milliliter of any two consecutive samples. Okay, E. coli, that's a name of the bacteria. In the case of large supplies, where significant samples are examined, total coliform bacteria shall not be present in 90% of samples taken throughout the 12-month period. But they are telling that in case of the large supply means that's a water supply. Where sufficient samples are examined, total coliform bacteria shall not be present 90% of the samples. They assess randomly checking. Normally, you consider the water supply. The water is conveyed to different places through the pipelines. So, normally, lab assistant people, they collect the sample from different place, 100 place or 100 house. They take the samples from the drinking water and assess the E. coli bacteria. So this is the main thing. 5% sorry, in remaining 5% sample total coliform bacteria shall not exceed 10 per 100 milliliter. Then E. coli or thermotolerant coliform shall not be detectable in 100 milliliters samples. The total individual or small community. What's I mean? Individual supply means the town supply, town water supply or urban water supply. It's called individual or small community supplies. We can include. E. coli or thermohold and coliform bacteria shall not be detectable in any 100 milliliter sample. Total coliform bacteria shall not exceed 10 in any 100 milliliter sample. Although E. coli is the more precise indicator. So this is the main indicator, however, which fungal. This is not fungal. This is the bacteria. E. coli is the more precise indicator of fecal pollution. Fecal pollution. The pollution. The count of thermotolerant coliform bacteria is an acceptable alternative. If necessary, proper confirmatory test must be carried out. Individual or small community supplied include beds, so boreholes and springs. Normally, you know spring. What's the meaning spring? Spring means there's another one. Springs means one of the source of water from the well, spring, right? Okay, this one E. coli present. The biological requirements. The potable water shall be free from microscopic organisms such as algae, zooplanktons, flagellates, and parasites and toxin-producing organisms. Cylindrospermosbin, based on the health consideration, concentration of endotoxins. The health consideration, okay, based on health consideration, the concentration of anotoxin in potable water shall not exceed 0.002. This is the allowable limit, 0.002 milligram per liter. Okay. The based on health consideration, the concentration of microcytins in the potable water shall not exceed 0.001 milligram per liter. The potable water, okay, you can see this one, okay. Based on health consideration, the concentration of microcytins, this one, okay. These are sampling. How to we select the sampling from particular? So sampling for physical, organoleptic and chemical, so no, organic and what's the meaning organic? C, carbon and hydro components. It's called organic. That's the man-made, not man-made fertilizer. Natural fertilizer is a called organoleptic for an example. So fertilizer means there's leaves and other things in the tree leaves are cow dung create the organic fertilizer. So that's one called organic lactic and chemical requirements. Representative samples of the bottled water shall be drawn prescribed SLS 1462. The recommendations given part 1 SLS, this is the part 1, this one shall be used as the basis for a sampling program and the recommendation given part 2, part 3, part 4 by this one and SLS 1462 shall be used for the basis for implementing the sampling program. Okay. Sampling frequency should be increased at time of flooding or emergency operations and following repair work or interpretation to supply. For bacteriological and biological requirements, the representative samples of water shall be drawn as prescribed in Part 1 and Part 10 of SLS 1462. So, this is the frequency of sampling. How to the collections are called sampling distribution networks. The type of water supply and populations, total number of samples per month, the point sources, the progressive sampling of all sources over 3 to 5 years cycles maximum. Piped supplies. Point source means there's a groundwater we can call. The pipeline, piped supplies less than 5,000. Oh, this one to these are the population. 1 to 5,000 population. The sample bottles for bacteriological testing shall be brought to laboratory for testing within 12 hours of sampling. If this not possible, the samples shall be stored 10 degree and transported to the testing laboratory within uh, 24 hours. Okay. The methods of test, the samples obtained as described in 5 shall be tested for a relevant requirement of this standard as prescribed in following publications. The standard methods for examination, Water and Wastewater 21st edition published by the American Public Health Organization. Okay. The criteria for conformity, the sample potable water obtained from for testing shall be considered as conforming to the requirement of this standard when tested as in 6 satisfied all the relevant requirements. Magnesium carbonate solid, the permanganate solution, alkaline. These are some of the reagents. Dissolve the potassium permanganate, distilled water, 200 of sodium hydroxide dissolved make up to 8 liter. Before using solution, add an equal volume of distilled water and then boil until the solution restore to the original volume. Mercuric iodide alkaline solution. Prepare a cold saturated solution of mercury chloride. Dissolve 35 gram potassium iodide in the 100 milliliter distilled water. Pour into the until after through agitation. A slight red precipitate remains permanent. Now added 120 gram of a sodium hydroxide and when dissolved dilute to 1 liter. Some of the experimental procedure they are described about the procedure. I already explained about the Wingler's method of concentration. How to what's the aim of Wingler's method of method experiment? Determine the dissolved oxygen concentration. So I already detailedly explained what's the meaning of the dissolved oxygen, how to determine what are the purpose, the allowable limit is there, everything. I will give the some part of the mathematical problems. I will say some small portion. I will give later. Okay. The distilled water ammonia free. This can be prepared by the distillation of distilled water after addition of few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. Alternatively, ammonia may be removed passing through the ammonia may be removed by passing the distilled water through the bed of suitable ion exchange resins. If this method is adopted, it is desirable to use an analytical grade of resin. What's the meaning in the resin? Resin, RE is the N. Dummalako again resins. By passing distilled water through bed of suitable ion exchange resin, strong citizen exchange. If this method is adopted, it is desirable to use an analytical grade of resins or a commercial deionization apparatus may be employed. Okay. The alternative, treat the distilled water with the sufficient hypochlorite to oxidize the ammonia. Use an available chlorine base equal to at least 10 times the ammonical nitrogen content. Excess of chlorine may then be dissipated by allowing the water to stand in direct sunlight. This method, while satisfactory, has the disadvantage that even in strong sunlight, the excess of chlorine may persist over a week. These are some procedures, general procedure, determination, ammonical. Everything we have to determine how much presence in the water, how much concentration presence in the water, or whether drinking water or in the industrial wastewater. Everything within limit. Okay. For determination of ammonia, these are some methods by name, such as the Wingler's method. That's the name. Nasalization, 50 milliliter nasal cylinder, and colorless glass uniform height graduations are required. To prepare standard place appropriate amount of the light dilute standard ammonium chloride solution within the range 0.3 millimeter to 3 millimeter into 50 milliliter Nestle cylinders and dilute to the mark with the ammonia free distilled water. Okay, these are some procedure, the examination procedure you can understand. You understand, right? This one determination, another method, determination of free ammonia. The use 1 liter distillation flask with a suitable condenser. Ensure that it is free from ammonia by distilling little water in until the distillate is ammonia. Yeah, this one also aluminate. Aluminum. This add 20 millimeter alkaline permanganate solution to 300 milliliter boiling water. The distillation free ammonia, if they are and some costly ground ignited. This one. Okay, you can write this one. SLS 1614. It's a portable water, so you can study for your knowledge, and you can, if you go to work to water supply arrangement, you have to know some about things that drinking water. It's a fundamental knowledge you have to get from this notes. Okay, okay, we'll see later. Okay, and then I may come to Patangala also for one day. I will decide the date. I will talk with your HOD, so course coordinator, and I will fix the date Most probability before the study leave, I may come to for laboratory purpose. I have to do one or two. I have to do the practical. So 50 hours they allocate the 50 hours. So I make I think one day 8 hours enough. One day enough. But first of all, I should know whether that instrument available or not. Jar, do we have the jar test equipment or flow tester? If you have, I will do that practical. So that's the requirement, your requirement and my requirement also. Okay, we'll see in Saturday.